Up top, check it out. Let's see how many of those animals we can find today.
Oh, there's no rabbits or something over there.
See any of those, AJ?
There's alligators. See by the giraffe? You see the tiger? You think we'll see another one?
Okay, we are clear to enter the reserve. First stop is the Little Ituri Forest. 1 day into the forest.
Yes, I know.
Now please do not shout at the animals. Don't call them over. These are wild animals and we don't know how they will react to these sounds.
Hold on for dear life.
And I repeat, please remain seated at all times. Do not stand up whatsoever. Let's go. You see the okapi on the right side trying to hide behind that tree, but I see you, okapi. White stripes on your legs. Kind of resembles a zebra, but closest living relative is the giraffe.
Look.
It also has a prehensile tongue that extends all the way like the giraffe. And on the left side of this bamboo formation, between the rock there's a yellow-backed duiker. You might see a little creature there with some yellow patches on its back. Now these patches will stand up when there is danger nearby. Duiker means diver in Afrikaans because they dive into the bushes when there is danger. They also make a high-pitched whistle sound.
Yeah, bamboo trees.
Better view of that okapi from here.
Look over there.
That's what happened.
We go over
Up on the hill, I see some greater kudu in the light gray coat. Now these are females. We know that because they don't have any horns. They also stay in separate herds.
Carter. Over there.
You see him?
Is there anything?
Yeah, you're allowed to do pictures, just not flash.
What's over there?
What is it? It's right there.
Look at up there.
It's
Now we do have to be vigilant here at Ituri Forest. Lots of animals like to hide behind bushes and trees that create camouflage. Now you might be able to see them on the right up on the hill, but these are known as the ghosts of the forest. These are the bongos. Very hard to see when they're hiding deep in the forest. Their horns are slanted back so they can move quickly through the thick and tangled underbrush.
How come he can't?
Are you looking for
How
it?
come he doesn't want to run in?
There's more up ahead.
Carter, look over by me.
Carter, go look over here.
Black rhino on the left side up on the hill. You
Up
guys see
there.
that? Kind of looks like a rock, but it's a black rhino.
Up there on the very top of that.
See that tree right
It's way up there.
It's between these two
About
trees we're climbing
3,000
up.
pounds. Still runs over 35 miles
There it
per hour.
is. See?
Yeah, but see who way back?
Lots of bongos over here.
Looks like it's their kind of. Look at down there.
Where's the rhino?
Whoa,
You
Carter.
missed there.
They're close.
The little baby ones are about 6 months old.
Whoa. Hold on tight now.
Now those black rhinos that we saw, or that black rhino that we saw, they don't have any natural predators, but humans do hunt them and poach them for their horns. They sell them on the black market for medicinal value. Although we know now there's no medicinal value whatsoever in their horns. Now there's less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the wild. They're very endangered. You have to protect them as best we can. If you see any shadows or dark patches in the water, those are Nile hippos. Oh, I see one over here. On the right side.
To the right.
They look like tiny islands there.
Back there and see one.
Back that
Closest
way.
relative is the whale. They will remain underwater for about 8 minutes at a time. Even when they're sleeping, their body will naturally rise up. Cats and mare go back down without ever waking up.
Way over there.
I see a bloat of hippos on the left side. A bloat is a group of hippos.
There!
Ow.
See all the bodies?
Wow.
They look like
Now, even though they spend lots of time in the water, they actually don't swim. They just walk along the bottom and glide through.
I know like
They do have some pretty long and sharp teeth up front, but they eat only vegetation. This is just to show off and defend themselves when they have to.
They can camouflage into
See anything else, Carter? That's Barrier Vulture.
Oh, that's the Wild Africa Trek. It's a 3-hour tour. Okay, guys, remain seated. We're going over Croc
Jeez.
Bridge now on the left side with Nile crocodiles. The
Crocodile.
largest of the crocodilian family, about 16 feet long. They have super strong jaws that can crush the bones of their prey.
A whole bunch. Oh, yeah.
Their diet consists of fish, although they will attack anything nearby, even other crocodiles. If you see some with their mouth open, that's how they cool off. You can't sweat like us, so they have to release all their high temperatures through their mouth. You still want to go up on that bridge?
Yeah.
It's okay, it's safe.
3 hours of walking.
Road that you could walk.
Must be 6 miles to 8 miles.
3 hours of walking.
Okay, now getting closer to the savannah. On the right side, a great big old baobab tree, also known as the upside down tree. Its branches do resemble roots. They are very thick because they accumulate water during the rainy season to survive the droughts. They can remain leafless for about 9 months out of the year.
And he's going pretty slow.
I think he's going really fast.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see him.
As we look out into the savannah, you can tell how the ecosystem is maintained by these animals. These antelope keep the grass nice and short. Giraffes trim the trees on the bottom. Elephants knock the trees down, making way for new ones in these wide open spaces. Keeps the whole system nice and refreshed. It's a circle of life. White-bearded wildebeest on the right side, way in the back. Some of the greatest migrators in Africa. 1.5 million wildebeest travel about 1,000 miles every single year.
Oh no, the giraffes are way over there.
They're also known as New in Africa, pronounced N-E-U. New is that low grunting sound that the wildebeest makes. Some Ankoli cattle, those large horns,
See to the right?
also known as Watusi cattle. Watusi is a tribe that originally domesticated them back in the day. Now those horns do look pretty heavy, but they're actually hollow inside in a honeycomb structure. Blood will flow through them, allows them to dissipate their core temperatures, keep nice and cool.
You know that really tall, like orangey, rusty color thing is over there?
I see some African wild dogs on the left, way in the back by the rocks, staying in the shade. Also known as painted dogs.
Wait, who's hiding?
Right back by that. Oh yeah. See him? No, back by the.
Over there by that square rock. Square one. There on the ground.
They are kind of cute.
They seem pretty tame right now, but they're actually the most successful hunters in Africa. Almost always
See
catch
straight
their
ahead?
prey. They hunt in groups of 5 to 15. They alternate while chasing prey to wear them down and conserve their stamina. Pretty great tactic.
I guess so.
Oh, look at all that poop.
That's not poop.
It looks like it. They should
It's really big.
Yeah.
Wait, those are fire ant hills.
Now these red mounds on the side are termite mounds.
Termites.
They get as hard as concrete when they bake in the sun. Sometimes elephants and rhinos will use them as scratching posts and then knock them down. Other animals like the antelope will get on top of those stumps and use them as lookout posts for any animals hiding in the tall grass and waiting for attack.
Oh, look at those. I don't see any ants. I don't know.
No, they're
Oh
termites.
my God. Where are all the termites? Where are all the termites?
I'm so
Oh, you're alright.
Mom, where are all the termites?
I don't know. They're probably in there.
I want to see them.
They're running the show right now. They're coming right in front of us. They're running stuck here forever.
get up close and personal. Yeah, you are. No, you are.
Don't make him try.
Look at those over there. How pretty they
I know.
Holding Francoli cattle.
Wait, will you take a picture of?
Those over there. I think they are responsible.
The termite colonies?
No.
Mom, the termite colonies? You cannot get Mom, the termite. Whoa, look at the one way over there.
We just drove past that one.
That wasn't the most convenient way to go through, but hey, we made it.
Did you take a picture of the termite?
The symbol of our Harambe Reserve, the sable antelope, coming up.
Can you see these guys? Look over here.
See him to the right, Carter?
They use those curved horns to fend off any animals that want to jump on their back and attack them. Getting pretty close here. I've actually never gotten this close. This is amazing.
Big are termites.
Beautiful creatures. Wow.
Some termites, do you know some termites spray poison acid?
No, they don't.
Look at this.
Tiny little springbok on the right
Actually,
side.
they do.
They can spring in the air about 6 feet and spring forward about 13 feet.
Daddy, look at the babies.
See to the right, Carter? To the right? See them?
Those are pretty, aren't they?
Got about 10, 15
Beside
more
giraffe
minutes.
on the left side, tallest mammal on the planet, about 16 feet tall.
Giraffes over
You
here.
can see using their prehensile tongue that extends out about 18 inches. Baby giraffe on the left, about 4 months old. They can be as tall as 6 feet when they're born.
There's two babies.
Now, even though you see those baby giraffes lying down, they actually sleep standing up to avoid predators. They only sleep 30 minutes a day as well,
There's 3 of them.
taking short
4.
power naps throughout.
Like Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Those long legs can carry them about 35 miles per hour, very fast.
You were right, AJ. You saw giraffes. You said you would.
You having fun? What's your favorite animal so far?
Now heading to
Giraffes.
Monkey's Point, home of the mandrill, the largest of the monkey family. See if we can find any on the left side here. Oh, I see them up on the rocks. Let's go. On the center rocks here, a mother and her baby.
Right there? Oh, yeah, right there.
Right in front of your face.
The tree's right away.
What is it?
Straight behind in front of Jackson.
Now the male is much larger than these females. His face will increase in coloration as he gets more excited. They do have some pretty sharp fangs up front, but they show them off as a social thing, as a hey or hello to their fellow mandrills.
You see him now?
Elephant on the right side, a male about 12,000 pounds.
Wait till you see this elephant.
Oh, Carter, look.
Look, elephant. It's coming up.
I think we're going to drive past.
Whoa, hit that rock.
You can tell these are African elephant by the shape of their ears. They do resemble Africa in the shape of it.
Hold on.
When the males are 14 and mature of age, they will leave the herd.
You see it, Carter?
Stay mostly solitary for the rest
saw
of their life. We'll see more elephants up ahead, some females and juveniles. It's a pretty large herd.
Whoa.
Kids. Females are good.
Yeah.
So what are males then?
We're going over the current clay pits. These are,
Ooh.
oh no! Oh yeah! We made it. Hakuna Matata. Good job. Sorry about that, guys. Doesn't happen every day.
Gotta protect you, little man.
You almost fell out.
As I was saying, the red clay pits are where the elephants use their tusks to scoop off large pieces of this clay. They will eat them up just like we do our multivitamins in the morning. Lots of nutrients for them. Some juvenile elephants on the left.
Looks like Madison and Jackson having a stand on.
Hey, look at the one way over there.
Now this herd is led by the matriarch, which is the oldest and most experienced female.
Way over there.
They're like
You're playing. It is like you two.
Oh, what's kneeling now?
That's his wife.
Elephants do have pretty
See the
sensitive
ones over
skin,
there?
just like us. They will throw dirt and mud all over their bodies, even hay. It's like natural sunscreen for them.
Yeah, I see it.
There's another one of those trees.
See all the herd over there?
I see one.
2, 3.
Look at them all over there.
Look at the termite colonies. But see all the elephants way back there? Yeah,
Oh, now I do. They're behind the tree and I couldn't see them. Good girl. Good view, buddy.
Look at the 2 termite
Isn't that cool,
colonies.
Carter? All the animals. It's like going on a ride through it.
Look at the elephants.
Well, I will once I'm out from behind the tree.
Well, what is that?
I'm gonna get a video.
It is.
Why is he stopping?
See the baby elephant way in the back? The left side by the baobab tree.
Straight on.
About 5 months old, 500 pounds.
Way back there.
She was 300 pounds when she was born.
The one way back there walking.
No, that's not the baby. There was a baby. You're not gonna be able to see her quite yet. She might come this way.
Our baby elephant's so heavy.
See where this one's coming out? There was a baby way back there. Oh, look, see him? I see him. So cute.
There's the baby right there, walking up near that tree.
That must be the mom.
It's so cute.
You see these elephants flap their ears back and forth. That's how they cool off. They can reduce their temperatures about 15 degrees just by doing this motion. Helps greatly with circulation.
Because I can't even see it.
Baby?
She's kind of blending in with her mama.
Now, sadly, these amazing animals are also poached for their ivory tusks. They sell them for novelty and jewelry items. If you refrain from purchasing those items, you're cutting the funding for these criminals. We can help stop their operations and in the future save lots of elephants.
Mom, we're going to go in water. Mom, look down out here.
I'm going to see if I can see the baby here.
What baby?
The baby elephant that you keep telling me to take. Oh, no, you can't. She's hiding behind there.
And Mama.
Greater flamingos coming up on the left. You can actually see some baby flamingos that just hatched yesterday.
Oh my god!
See those gray little fluff balls there?
Oh my God! They're the littlest ones I've ever seen. I see the
Big
baby.
for brand new babies. Get your picture.
Now they are hatched gray, but then they eat shrimp and other water creatures that contain the chemical beta carotene. Isn't that pink coloration over time? And on your right, wow, the Patterson's eland.
Carter.
Haven't seen this guy in a while.
Holy moly.
He's peeing.
Now this is the largest antelope in Africa. They can reach
See him?
about 6 feet at the shoulder. And even though they can weigh about 2,000 pounds, they can still jump over 8 feet in the air.
Oh, good.
Very impressive.
More babies.
Oh, look at the baby! Oh my god, that was so cute.
Now heading into rhino country.
I think we just ran over
Every ride is different. Or we can do it again later before we leave. Sometimes time of day just
Oh, look at the termite, the really big termite colony.
not bad for the rhinos.
Where's the rhino?
White rhino.
Right here to the right, Carter.
About 5,000 pounds. Their mouth and jaw are more squared, unlike the black rhino, which are browsers. These are grazers. They eat the grass on the ground.
big, huh?
Sometimes they ask me why the white rhino are orange or gray. It's because they roll around in these mud pools when it's very hot. They roll around in the dirt. Much like the elephants, as they cool down and natural sunscreen. You guys can help me find this next one on the left. We might see some cheetahs up there. See any spots or a flapping tail? Way in the back, they like to hang out in the shade. I see 2 of them.
Carter, do you see any?
Oh, way in the back.
Way in, probably in
See
the
that
back.
little thing of light? There's one laying there. It's hard to
See if there's any over here. Oh yeah. These are just posing for us.
Right up there on the
On
bank.
the right.
Now these cheetahs do hunt during the day, unlike other larger cats. They have great eyesight.
Yeah, I see one.
They also use their tails kind of like a rudder on a boat. Whenever they're going very fast, they can switch left and right.
See them right over there by the trees,
Prey.
laying down. They're laying down right there, Carter. See?
Good eye.
Yeah.
One in a bush. There's one in a bush.
Speaking of large cats, this rock formation up ahead is known as the Kopi. It's a great vantage point for lions high up on those rocks.
The lions might be up here, isn't it?
When they're not sleeping, of course.
Oh, okay. Every time there's this lion, he's gonna sleep on the big
Lions are nocturnal animals. They sleep about 16 to 20 hours a day.
Sounds like you.
but there's like a moment. That's how they describe it.
Where's the animal?
Hold on. We'll see him.
There's an ostrich running around.
Ostrich! I just saw ostrich.
Some bones.
More white rhino. I see zebras. I see ostrich. On the right side.
Got a zebras.
Ostriches.
Now those are grand zebras.
You better up.
Actually black with white stripes. You can tell by the snout how it's completely black.
That truck.
Their stripes are like your fingerprints, totally unique to them. They use them to tell each other apart.
What animal are those?
The lions are in there, but you gotta find them.
Nocturnal sleep 6
It's like those lions are avoiding the
Every
heat.
time I've ever seen them, they've just been like laid out on the rock. Just now.
Must be in the shade somewhere. You can check out our nighttime safaris. You can see these lions in action when the sun sets. Much more active.
Check out nighttime safari.
You might even hear them roar. The lion's roar can be heard about 6 miles away.
Wow. Imagine being right here.
What's in there?
It's still alive.
Getting pretty close to this white rhino here.
Oh, look at it. Look
It's over to the right.
It's a white one?
Look at it. What's that? Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Some ostrich eggs on the ground there on the right.
Yeah.
A grown man can't stand at an ostrich egg and not even break them. That's how tough they are.
All the lions were over there.
Smells like the zoo.
Nobody could see it.
I can smell boots.
Yeah. Well, you're in the animal's environment. What do you expect? No, they're not. Where else are they going to go out? It's not like they have a litter box.
Your mom's got to have her battery going for night.
Don't lose your.
Some scimitar horned oryx.
She gave it to you, probably.
No.
No.
These antelope can survive about 9 months without drinking any water whatsoever. They obtain all the moisture they need from the food they eat.
To the right, Carter.
And these birds are yellow-billed stork. They will eat snakes,
There's one
frogs,
laying right here.
even smaller birds sometimes.
Oh, yeah, some birds eat.
You see him?
Really?
Carter. See him sitting right there? Alright, off to the next.
I think in the other, when we walk around, just look at the animals. I think they're going to stay.
Yeah. Want some nighttime though, right?
Well, guys, that was a great run today. Saw some awesome
my
animals.
goodness.
Got pretty close to some of them. That white rhino back there. Got to see the baby elephant today. Wasn't having everything. Got to share that experience with you guys. Now, if you do want to help our conservation efforts, Remember, you can always go to any food or merchandise location, donate to the Disney Conservation Fund. Disney will actually match